All right, welcome everyone. My name is Paula Phillips, also known as Journal Artista, and it is Tuesday morning over here on the Journal Artista channel. Just get myself situated here. This is a live show with a live chat. So sometimes I talk to myself, but mostly I'm talking to other people. My apology, just do some business. All right, that is done. That is done. Good morning, Candy. Good morning, Dorothy. Or good afternoon to you. Or you both. Maybe you're both in. All right, get my chair. Oh, I have so much room on my floor now. I have been cleaning a little bit. Still, I have enough space now to move my second paint card into my room. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Lindsay from the UK. Welcome. Drinking some coffee. This is coffee number 2. My sleeping schedule, it's been totally bad. Like I'm in bed, my friends. Well, last night I went to bed at 10. That was late. I really tried to stay up, past 9:30. The night before that, I was in bed at 8:30. 8:30. And then I'm up at 5. So I'm sleeping like pretty much 9 to 5. So I get up at 5, which is too early to do, come here, that's for sure. Good morning, Jamie Inch. Hopefully everybody's doing, and thank goodness the heat finally broke. Yesterday was the first like coolish type day without the heat and humidity. Oh my sweet love and goodness. So I mean for me, like it's just not a comedy of errors. What is the other saying I'm looking for? It's just like one thing after another. I'm trying to get used to this new meds, which just leaves me I can't even explain other than dizzy and my vision for sure. I talked to the pharmacist. Definitely it's the medication. And I mean, once my body gets used to it, but adding another, so tomorrow will be a week on after a week of adding my second medication, which is also, anyways, I know it's going to be, but it's only a couple weeks. And I reminded myself, I found an old journal. The last time I went on these medications, if anybody remembers, was in Burlington. Uh, I was in Burlington and I was off work. Like I had to take a month and a half off work or whatever to get back on these meds. So I found a book. I found the journal I was writing in, and you know, reminding myself that I had those same symptoms. I had these same things the last time I was going on this medication. So it's just a process. Oh, I try not to apologize so much. I appreciate everybody's patience. Like I'm still trying to, like I said, I'm not um backing away. Like I'm still interested in art. I'll show you what I've been doing. I'm just my vision and Disney. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, especially with screens. That's the hardest. That's the hardest part. So I listened to a lot of stuff yesterday. I was that yesterday or the day before. Did you guys see my picture on Instagram? I had a laugh. Hi, Pam. I was just Pam reminded me because. Good morning, Therese. Good to see you. Anybody else I missed? Anybody else? Um, I posted that. So I posted the picture. So finally, after all this, like I now all of my art books are on that shelf. And I'm Journal Artista everywhere. If you go on Instagram, just look for Journal Artista, you'll find me over there. Except for the books that are on the bookshelf in the dark side of my room. Um, in the closet over here. So there's some older, all my magazines are over there, like all my Somerset Studios and stuff. And Pages and all those other books, and a whole bunch of older books that I would have bought from, at the early 2000s. So I had a good laugh because Pam was like, "Oh, I love how you organized it," and I was thinking when I posted, like, people probably think, because the way I wrote it, I'm like, I'm still dizzy, but I'm able to, clean and do little things and just sit down whenever I feel dizzy or whatever. So I posted that picture, and then I was thinking to myself, how many people that looked at that picture thought that I was already, like, what do I try to say? Like, that was the organized picture. So I wonder how many people thought that that was like the unorganized picture, that I was about to organize it. Because Pam, and I just kind of like giggled at Pam, like, at least Pam knows for me that's organized. Oh boy. But I tried to put like watercolor books on one, my sketching and drawing books on another, acrylics and whatnot. All of those like fill it in type books. So it feels good, like that little. So I've been working on that little nook, I should call it, in my living room there. But so that I had bags of books, like that was a project that I've been doing for 6 months. So finally, all my art books, anyways, all it is organized. All my art books, except for what's in my closet over here, are out there now, and it feels good. It's inspiring, because I'll show you right where I sit. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I hope so. I took this picture yesterday. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe my camera's messed up. But here's my chair. You can't really see it where my pillow is. I have some tables here with, so you can see my Foxy Dory stacked up, and then there's my bookshelf, and that's my table. Hard picture, can't even see. I'll post more on Instagram as I like that, where that bookshelf is. This is where my ceiling is, right here. So that's where that's where it's 6 feet, where the ceilings are only 6 feet. I ripped out, I had some old scrapbook paper up here on my wall that had like inspirational quotes. I ripped those down, but I haven't taken off the washi tape that's still on there. So I've been doing little things like that. It's been too hot to come in my art room. Too hot. Hi, Darla. You're from South Yorkshire, Doncaster. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie Edge. So I doing a little bit like that, and I'm really like, where that is, where my chair is, I'm like in this nook. I've thought about that recently. Like, I'm not claustrophobic. Like, I like to be in confined quarters. Like, I have a very prominent memory from, like, I probably was 3 years old or something. I used to have a Fisher-Price record player, and for some reason I would take it into the closet and listen to it in the closet. I think I'd like, who knows what kind of records I would have been playing in the closet, but it was probably like Sesame Street or something. But I've always liked confined spaces. Like, I remember we used to have this leather chair, this big old recliner chair, and it was in the corner of my room at one point, and I have pictures of all this. Like, and I would like make a little house behind the chair. It's really weird. Like, I guess has something to do with that. So like, that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm like the furthest away from what I'm doing in that little nook, is like the furthest away from my door, from windows, from anywhere. It's just like my little thing. So I did get a book in. So you guys know I've been watching. Oh my, Jessup. I've been ever since the Crew Dragon went into space. I've been watching a lot of space, learning about the International Space Station, right? We talked about Chris Hadfield and his cover of the David Bowie song, Somebody Help Me Out, Space Odyssey. And so his last trip to the International Space Station, when he was the commander, he took a whole bunch of pictures. And it's really awesome, this book. Like, look at this right off the bat. It looks like watercolor, like blooms, and I'm assuming it's a storm. It doesn't say what this. Everything else says what it is, but unless there's a picture somewhere in the book, It looks like some kind of storm. It says jacket images. No. Jacket design. No, it's not the jacket. It's on the inside. But it's around the world in 92 minutes. So it's for me, it's about, well, Chris Hadfield is super interesting. I've also watched a lot of his TED Talks and all that. But it does show like Mexico, like where these things are. So it's separated by Africa, Europe, Asia, Oceania, North America, and South America. But his whole story about being like, he was in fighter jet test pilot and all that type of stuff. But the images that he's took from the International Space Station are just amazing. And I mean, when I think about abstract art and stuff, right, like looking at that, that's inspiring to me. That's Africa. 100,000 square miles, about the size of Luxembourg, in southeastern Mauritania. Never even heard of that. Is that a city or a country? Oh my gosh. Estimated population 0. Well, I guess that's why. So there's Cape Town, South Africa. So anyways, I found it was like $20, this book. I found it really interesting, and I think really inspiring for art. An angry cloud and an unstable air mass helpfully hurling heavy rain on the maize farms of Malawi. Sandbox, like it's just absolutely amazing. Obviously views that, from the space station, unlike any other view we can get of the Earth. Fogo? Oh, that's it. Oh, there's a Fogo in Eastern Canada too. What is this? On the right, the dazzling linear cotton farms of the Jazeera scheme in Sudan, one of the largest irrigation projects in the world, fed by the Blue Nile. That's agriculture. That, to me, this looked like a city, like all the little blocks and everything. Oh, hi, Patricia. So I'm not even looking at my thing. I'm involved. Good morning, Linda. They are so awesome. Like these pics. Looks like a Cheerio. Like he has some. This is Europe. Northern Lights over Ireland. Oh, you see the Northern Lights up here, and the United Kingdom. So I'm not going to flip through the whole. Well, I mean, look how purple this is and beautiful. This is Venice. Wow. Venice is their float. Anyway, I thought this was amazing. And look at that. But it's interesting because, I love the dendritic. Can never pronounce it. Somebody told me how to pronounce dendritic texture. Like a lot of the mountains and stuff, I'll show you that looks like that. Good morning, Anita. Good to see you. What is this? Oh, this is the Alps wow. Looks so different. I see London. I see France. Well, this is Paris. Oh yeah, like this is the way that over the years, whether it's water or, lava flow or whatever, how it's cut into the earth, the dry hills and deeply cut ravines just east of oh my gosh, and I need like a Ningxia in China's Gansu province look like a colossal elephant's hide with human settlements tucked away in its folds. So interesting to me. Slugs and snails and puppy. Oh, look, it looks like a dog. All these little, those are the Maldives. Must be islands. Anyways, I thought that this, what is that? Rivers, interconnected rivers ride through the Kaluna district of Bangladesh like so many strands of Medusa's hair. So interesting to me. Anyways, what the heck is that? It does look like a Triscuit. It does look like a Triscuit. This is the world's largest continuous sand sea. The empty quarter covers about 1/5 of the Arabian Peninsula and one of the planet's richest oil reserves. On the border between Oman and Saudi Arabia, towering reddish-brown dunes weave around milky salt flats known as sabacas. Oh my word, I can't pronounce any of these words in this book. Remnants of the ancient lakes and ponds. Wow. Look at that. It does look like a Triscuit. Now you need breakfast. Good morning, Cheryl. You need some breakfast. A Triscuit. Oh, maybe it's not Triscuit. It's supposed to look like Shreddies, not a Triscuit. Oh boy. This is number 3. No, Linda. This is Chris Hadfield's book. You Are Here. I don't want to alter the book. I would like to be inspired to draw or paint some of these, like, you know, in abstraction from these patterns. That looks like a horse. Look at the horse head. Speaking of Cheryl, look. Doesn't it look like a horse head? Himalayas. Oh, I gotta figure out that's gotta be man-made. Man-made island in Dubai. Oceania. I mean, look at that. That's a northern tract of the Great Sandy Desert in Australia. Average daily high in January is 105. Whew. Look at that. It's pink. What is this? Labyrinth streambeds run like veins through rounded red dunes in the Gibson Desert. Hammocks of bluish and green grass soften the hills here. Looks like, it's beautiful. That's in Australia. So many things. So many awesome. Look at that. Look, I mean, it looks like exactly like, you know, what, like watercolor wicking. You know what I mean? When I see that, I think of watercolor wicking. Today, Broome is a popular beach town in Western Australia. In the late 19th century, however, pearling was the major industry. Wow, there's a name for it, pearling. And a dangerous one. More than 900 of the Japanese divers who came to Broome died while trying to harvest oysters and are buried there. Many others were lost at sea. Wow. I think this book is worth it. Look, it's a dinosaur. Look. Oh, I'm not even anywhere on screen. Oh, no. Good morning, Stephanie. He's awesome. Chris Hadfield is awesome. Like I said, I've watched a lot of his now, whether it's TED Talk, some of his interviews while he was on the International Space Station, his interviews after the space station, and now he's retired. North America. Detroit. The Great Lakes, 20% of the world's fresh water. That's amazing to think. Amazing to think. Look at this. See, this is what I thought looked like, you know, watercolor blooms. This is these squiggly striations. Is anybody bored to death? I hope not. These squiggly striations, not striations, striations near Moosonee in northern Ontario. This is in Moosonee? Are streams and small rivers feeding into the Moose River, which in turn empties into James Bay, the huge southern end of Hudson Bay, which connects to the Arctic Ocean. It's cold, but humans have been living here almost since the last glacier retreated about 8,000 years ago. Today, Moosonee is where the railroad ends, and goods are moved onto ships and planes for transport to the far north, a land of no roads and no trees, but lots of water, ice, and snow. Wow. I mean, what would be showing black like that, though, if it's all snow? I don't know. Manhattan at 9:23 a.m. and then Manhattan at rest, 3:45 a.m. and look at those lights. Wow. So I found this book. Wow, look at that. Super interesting. That deep blue abyss is the tongue of the ocean, a trench between Great Exuma and Andros Islands of Bahamas. It's fringed by this crenellated structure. The Great Bahama Bank, a huge rim of shoals made of ooids. An ooid? A tiny pearlescent carbonate-coated sphere. Is that even how you pronounce it? OOID? I've never heard of that. Carbonate-coated sphere hugging a minuscule grain of sand or bit of shell. Ooids shift with the tides. If you had a camera trained on this spot for 20 years, you'd capture these underwater dunes rippling and billowing slightly like curtains breathed on by the wind. Wow, I'm learning lots today. Good morning, Peg. Anyways, I'll just flip through. I found this. Art inspiration, learning some. What is that? They look like worms. This green blotch of tropical rainforest in Bolivia is animated by tributaries weaving drunkenly. Rio Tahu, I can't even pronounce this. This page and Rio Beni, over time, they both tried to straighten out by the cutting through the banks on either side until the land erodes and the most elaborate curlicues are snipped off into oxbow lakes. What curlicues? Or is that the rainforest? That's the rainforest that looks like that? I'm confused. Doesn't take much to confuse me. Oh, there's the, like, look at that. Well, it looks like a brain. What did I just drop? Looks like a brain. I guess that's why they have it over here. These hills are in Paraguay. Look at the dendritic texture. Dendritic. Can't even pronounce it. So interesting. That's in Brazil. Looks like camouflage. I like how he has, what it looks like. What it looks like to him. Oh, and for those of us, this is the last page. For us Canadians, know what that is? Well, maybe some American. Well, these are Girl Guide cookies. Anyways, in Canada, maybe the Girl Guide cookies. I believe these are Girl Guide cookies. They were 1 year, weren't they? I don't eat a lot of cookies. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're just something you can buy to go. Somebody help me out. Is this a Girl Guide cookie? Bye, Linda. Girl Guide. I also got, because I've been all about the frottage rubbing stuff. So I bought this Doris one. It was only $5 on Amazon. Excuse me, take a little drink. It was only $5 on Amazon. It's a diamond plating one. I'll show you. I did it in my art journal. I'll show you what it looks like. That's pretty cool. And then I bought these bad boys. These are We Are Memory Keepers. They were on sale. I think it was $12 for these two, Canadian, on Amazon. These are those extra texture. I threw out the packaging. They're supposed to be like those 3D ones. They are maple leaf cookies, and we purchased at the grocery stores. That's what I'm thinking, Therese. Thank you for answering. That book was Chris Hadfield. Chris Hadfield, You Are Here. Around the World in 92 minutes. Because that's how long it takes the International Space Station to go around the world once. Oh, that must be the St. Lawrence, eh? I should not say that. I don't know. So anyways, these are supposed to be, and I have my thing in the living room, but these are the 3D ones. This is, so it's a crystal type texture, so different. And then like a gem one, like a faceted. I haven't tried my rubbing to see what it would look like, because these are different. I mean, they're 3D, I don't know, 3D texture. I don't know if that's the right extreme texture. Why did I throw out the thing? I hope it fits through my big kick. Yeah, it's 6 inches. It should. It should. Does anyone have, like, I never bought, like I said, I've been out of the game for so long. I didn't buy any of the 3D fancy ones from Sizzix or Ranger, like, not Ranger, excuse me, from Tim Holtz. But they sure look cool. Good morning, Whippy Carol. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. So I might emboss some of those. Well, maybe today, after I show my book, when I get out my book, I'll bust out the art sticks, Prismacolor art sticks, and we'll see what kind of rubbing, what kind of frottage we can get on the 3D embossing folders, 3D textures. Thank you, Jamie. All right, so I have been working now. Again, a lot of what I'm doing, I am nowhere near, like, this is where my camera, like, that I must have hit something when I was, let's see my belly. I must have hit something when I was cleaning yesterday. Still loving my, my cover. This is my Craftex cover. So I did cut off a big piece. And, my light, it's washing it out. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see. I did wash it. I crumpled up this stuff. I crumpled it, and I put it through the washer and dryer. But my problem is I don't have an iron. I have a craft iron, but the last time I used that, and it's just one of those little craft irons I bought years and years ago, but it probably has crayon on it because I was doing Martha's crayon technique the last time I would have used it. So I don't know, like, if it had melted crayons. No. So I've got to take a trip to my mom's house to iron my paper. Can you imagine? Mom, can I come over to iron my paper? But I do want, and it's definitely different when you wash it. It's definitely softer. But I do want to make I need to make a passport size Midori. Although, I mean, if it's, I guess I could just cut off a little piece big enough for my passport size and bust out that craft iron anyways, and just iron that little piece. I cut such a big piece because I'm going to make like a slip cover for a composition book, as well as a little passport size for my purse. Oh, I washed it. I just went by the instructions on Craftex University on their YouTube channel here. They said just put it in the wash with your regular clothes. So I had to wash my blanket, my comforter. So I put it in with my comforter. I tried to, because my comforter's heavy, right? So I put it on the bottom, and it still rose to the top, the paper. So, but it's nice. It's nice, like I said, it's nice and soft. But you have to iron it. Like, I guess you don't have to iron it if you don't want to iron it. But again, I am not the Craftex expert. Go visit Scraps to Beauty by Sandra here on Ustream. She will help, or Ustream. Drinks Up Coffee Paula on YouTube. She's made some amazing books. So I still have been working in here. Like I said, my goal was to finish this book in July, this comp book. You'll see in a moment. So for me, you'll see a lot, like this, especially these past couple days. No problem, Dorothy. I have been doing a lot of writing, almost zero art and mostly writing. I think I put my little tag we made the other day. Did I staple it to 2 pages? No, that's just this. I think that what I need right now is writing. Like especially when I'm trying to document, like how these meds, I just glued a napkin in here. I'm trying to document how these meds are, how I'm feeling, and all that type of stuff, right? Like I really am in tune, and I'm trying to, document stuff. So I've been doing a lot of writing. I'm putting the journaling back into art journals. So I'm still titling most of the dates. Using my pens up. The heat wave, I couldn't even remember what heat wave. Look at that, 9. That looks rough. So I think, and finally, after, I don't know, a couple of days of all this writing, I finally realized that writing for me right now, and over the years, like, I just need to write a lot right now. It slows my mind down. So if I'm writing what I'm thinking or feeling, my mind, like, my hand only can move so fast, right? So when I talk about my racing thoughts and stuff, if I'm writing down my thoughts or how I'm feeling at the moment, my mind can't race because my hand can only go so fast. Does that make, it took me like, I don't know, days to finally come to that conclusion. I'm like, I guess this is why I need to write right now, so that I can get out, so my mind isn't racing. So, and it really has been helping, me. So remember, I did my personal project of colors that mean something to of the rainbow. So I did, and I have to put wax paper between every sheet because I used Liquitex Basics, and it's so humid that things are sticky. So I did glue in a couple of images, and here some lemons. What the heck happened here? Strange. Very strange. So I just glued in a couple of some Christmas trees things. My blue page. Blue always makes me think of water. Obviously, my indigo. Purple, didn't have anything on violet. Gold, nothing on gold yet. Silver, just a little magazine image. Bronze. Yikes. And then pink, I just put in a little. So it's already sticking, see what I mean? And it's so humid. So again, now you'll see a lot of writing. I had some leftover when I was cutting down some of this paper. So yes, I did buy. I don't know if we can see, if you can see what that is. This is a Go Train thing. When I reload, I'm trying to just keep some of the ephemera, the bits of ephemera of my daily life. Like when I went downtown. This is one from the 8th. Yeah, the last week when I went downtown. So you see a lot. And I did start spraying. Look how I love how beautiful this looks. Like this is the Distress Oxide sprays. So you can see, maybe not. I know my camera is pretty flashed out right now. Maybe what if I took off this? Might help a little bit. But the Distress Oxide sprays I really liked. I just put an affirmation there from Louise Hay. Black gesso I haven't done anything with. Still again, hot. I was just, I didn't even do any. I left this. So you'll see, this is more Distress Oxide sprays. I just had a little fun spraying around. Nothing else on that page yet. But again, lots of writing. More writing. And more. This is all, you can't really tell, but this is all wrote through some spray, some stamping, because I had those older Tim Holtz stamp sets on my desk, on my art table here, so I just stamped some of those. This was Sunday. Saturday, my friend, I was in bed by 8. So, oh, look, here is the texture. This is what the frottage, the rubbing looks like from my new diamond. $5. These Darice ones are good if you can find them. Good for what I like to do anyways. I love how the little diamond plating looks there. Again, all writing. And then last night I thought, well, I have all this writing, right? Like, how can I make it at least a little bit more creative? So this was one of the first stencils I ever used on stream. You know, I was thinking about that Ustream, and I have that here actually. I was thinking about, because it's been 10 years that we've streamed. I lied. I don't have it here. Anyway, so I just sprayed that, and this was Ponderosa red. No, post Ponderosa red. Post box red Dilutions, and that was super red. And then it transferred over here onto yesterday's page. I keep thinking I'm going to draw something in here, so I make all these frames, and then I don't. I'm just reading. And I'm still keeping up, and this isn't even my morning pages, believe it or not. I have my morning pages in another, like, just cheap 50-cent coil notebook or whatever, 8.5 by 11 coil notebook. So I'm still doing 3 pages of morning pages. First thing in the morning, I get my coffee. I've been doing it now for a few weeks. I get my coffee and I sit down and I write out 3 longhand pages in my morning pages journal, which is totally different than this one. So this is after the 3. And just today I marked my page. I was on oh my, dogs are running upstairs. I'm on page 69 of my morning journal. So 69 divided by 3. So that means I've been doing my morning pages for 23 days. I think I missed one day in there when I went to the doctor once. Anyway, so thank you, Lisbeth, for giving me this Sticker Nation one. So I had the black gesso. So you know me, I had to do my black gesso technique. The dilutions, it didn't work at all over here. I was using, and maybe it was just because of the colors, I was using dilution, squeezed orange, and postbox red. It turned out better over on this side where you see the ghosting up through the black gesso, but didn't show up at all over here. Probably because of the stencil I used, and I probably didn't spray enough. More writing. My little puggy pug stamp. Did some spraying. I posted this on Instagram yesterday. It's from the I wrote it. The Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. It happened, and this is the very first card I pulled ever off the deck. I just thought, oh well, what? Set my intention, and the siren was the first thing that came up. So I said I was going to. I decided I was going to try to draw it. It was harder than it looked. It just looked like, oh, a little tail, you know. Oh yeah, it was hard, like to get the right to make these lines come up, make it look like a tail. But it was fun. Little Julie Faye Fenn Balzer stencil in the background, Crafter's Workshop, and then today. So I'm also having fun using up my pens, all my, I shouldn't say all, but all of the, I did a little spraying yesterday. Gel pens, like I have a few gel pens, like the ones you buy at Michael's, the 100 set. There's a 100 set comes in the round thing. I have a brand new one waiting in the backup, so I'm trying to use up the one that I have now. So I'm trying to use up all those pens. What? Peg? Are you kidding me? The call of the siren, come hither to me and set your dream upon my heart. Wait a second. Peg Robinson is saying Michael's are closing by the end of November. In Canada, Michael's is the only craft store we got going on. Like, we don't have Hobby Lobby or, look at now all my pieces of wax paper sticking out. We can't afford to lose Michael's. This is the only craft store we got going. I don't know. Like, I was saying to my mom when I went the other day, well, it was a couple weeks ago now. It was quite busy, actually. Now you're making me Google this. You're making me Google this. Is Michael's closing? Is Michael's closing in Canada? February 20th. February 2020. These are the retailers closing Canada or facing bankruptcy in 2020. Pier 1, Carlton Cards, Forever 21, filing for bankruptcy. But this was even before the pandemic. Pier 1, Papyrus and Carlton Cards. That's kind of sad. Bench, Things Engraved, Bentley, Lowe's, Bouclair, Forever 21. Zellers is long gone. Gap, Home Outfitters, Gymboree. It doesn't say anything about Michael's. There's petitions. I have no idea. I don't see anything on my little thing. Oh, Derice is closing. Oh, these people. Don't get me. Oh, sorry, Peg. You have all of us panicking there for a moment. Michael's bought out Derice. I bought this on Amazon. I don't have a very many of their things. That's for sure. Oh, you had me panicking there for a moment. Oh, I better drink some coffee. Now everybody's calmed down. Everybody's heart rate got back to normal. Not that it's been so long since there's been anything. There's only the last time I went to Michael's. That's probably in 2 years that they had anything I wanted to buy. It's okay, Peg. They, they didn't. It was like, I guess, during the pandemic, during the shutdown. Not that the pandemic isn't still going on, but during the initial part of the shutdown, uh, they must have got like some new stock and reorganized everything. They were $2 at Tuesday morning. I guess that's why I guess that's me as a sucker. Somebody bought it for $2 on a Tuesday morning, then sold it to me for $5 on Amazon. AC Moore. Oh, I totally forgot about AC Moore. Totally forgot. All right, what else did I have to talk about? We talked about my little art nook. I showed you this. I think that was it. Oh, one last thing. No. Am I the only one? I've said this before. Years ago, Instagram. Ooh. Sugar. I'm going to have to. Crap. Anyways, dang it. $41.29. I just have to write something. All right, so this on Instagram, I don't know if you guys know, but the ads that you guys see on Instagram, right? The ads you guys see. For me, they're always stuff that looks good. Good morning, Jamie. All the stuff looks good. Like, that was when I first saw, the watercolor, the ones that look like paint chips, the fanned out ones. That was the first place I saw those. Anyway, so Instagram, I don't know what I was looking at or whatever, but it gave me this ad. Good morning, Karen. Good to see you. Yeah, we don't have Tuesday mornings here in Canada. But good morning, Devon. Yes, I need to do some editing. I've been trying to learn. Anyways, I can just crap. I'm gonna have to just anyway. So apologize if that was loud, because I just got real loud. One of the things I saw was this company called Letters from Afar. Now everybody knows I have I have distinct memories. I've always loved letters, mail, that type of thing. My favorite, I have a very, very vivid memory of the Jolly Pocket Postman. My favorite book as a kid was a Jolly Pocket Postman, because he went around and he delivered mail and you could open the mail. So these kids' books, and it was like, I've always loved Nick Bantock, anything that has inclusions, right? Letters you can open, books that things come out. So I saw this Letters from Afar. It's a monthly, it's something you get monthly. I believe it's $10. But I just signed up for 2 months. Your first one, you get two letters from afar. But I love it for the art. You get some, I'm assuming these are probably from the Hobby Lobby. You can get like the pound of stamps from the Hobby Lobby. Oh, that one still has one of those stampy things on it. Like it came out of old stamp album. So it comes with a couple little stampy stamps. And then this is what it looks like. Now, some people won't think that this is worth $10. So it's all what, this is about Cornwall, England. So it's just some nice art. It's just a printed thing, but I thought it's something fun. Like it looks vintage. It's a nice little envelope with nice little thing. Put in my art journal. And then this one, your first one, you get 2 letters. Cappadocia, Turkey. Beautiful art though. Good morning, Eileen. So it's like advertised to like schools and stuff, like for homeschooling type things, because it's not, to me, I love it because it's art, but I think it's supposed to be sent, like her intention maybe on the business was for homeschoolers and, you know, learning, right? Not necessarily the art of it, which is what I like, but for the learning. So those were my letters from afar. That's what it's called, the website. Learn a little bit of something about those. I wish I got the Paris one. It is geography and history stuff, but it is so nice, and it's beautiful art. And that is all, my friends. Right? I think nothing too much going on here other than, like I said, oh, I want to try. Let's see what these 3D embossing folders look like. Those stamps. All right, I need to get my, excuse me, my art sticks. Oh, and on the page that I showed you, the diamond plate, because this bigger set of Prismacolor art sticks has metallic colors in it. So this was silver, or this is silver. Have a wonderful day, Peg. Thanks so much, my friend. You have a wonderful day. So this is silver Prismacolor from the diamond plate. Looks cool. All right, let's find. We'll go to this page. I want to see. We're gonna get definitely some interesting. It's not gonna go inside. Anyways, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because this is a 3D one. All right, I'm gonna try it on the back of this page. Let's do some yellow, shall we? And let's see. I don't know if this is the positive or the negative side of the... And you're not going to be able to see that if I do yellow. All right, we'll do blue. Oh, this is hard. Oh, it's doing weird things. Oh, it's only showing... Oh, this feels weird because they're at different heights. So all you're seeing... I don't know if can you guys see that? So it doesn't, that looks cool though. I like it. I'm going to do the other side. So would that would have been the female side. Yeah, this is the male side. I'll do a little bit darker color. See if we see a difference here. Oh, it's weird. Oh yeah. See, because it's a 3D plate, like they're in, like if I'm just doing the top, you just kind of get that because it's all inside, you know what I mean? So you're only going to get the top of it. I didn't buy these necessarily for frottage. I really like that I could make some faceted like things. Let's see. We'll do the other one, which is more like a gem cut, like a ruby cut. Or where is it? Right there. I may have to heat it a little bit when it goes through the machine. Anita needs to purchase things like art sticks, color pencils, brush markers. You don't have all of those things already, Anita? I can't believe it. All right, let's try it over here. Again, this, because they're the 3D ones, it's gonna, like right here, the only top thing is gonna be the little hexagon. That's all that's gonna show up. Huh. Interesting. There's the one side. We'll do the other side. Oh, the other side. Look, you get big honeycomb. Again, I didn't necessarily buy these for rubbing. I bought them for like the actual shape to be cut out. I thought it would be cool. Interesting. I really like this, just how it's just the outline. But that's because I suppose that is because I like triangles and such. Good morning, Elizabeth. Oh, I do. Eileen says you slightly spray the paper with water to use the machine to emboss it. Do I need to I have a regular big kick, and do I need, if I have the multi-purpose platform, do I need all of the things? All of the mat? You know what I mean, Vern? Or is it like I don't use the first one maybe? Because they seem thicker than regular embossing folders. It looks like chicken feet. Yeah. It's like chicken scratched all over my things. All of them, eh? I can go. I have to take a. What time is it? Is Kathy streaming at 10? I hope so. I'm finally home on a Tuesday to watch. Well, no, I was watching her last Tuesday, wasn't I? I forget. But I want to challenge myself, and I've said this before. I have all these, I believe in affirmations. I'm trying to be positive and all that other fun, good stuff. I want to try to do this every day. So this is Kim Cran's art. Well, it was me copying Kim Cran's art to learn something. I want to try to do something like that every day. I definitely have enough things to do it with. Yeah, I need to figure out the sandwich for my particular machine. And then I guess it depends on the sandwich. It also depends on what paper you are using. I will be using to emboss with too, right? It all depends on that. Oh, you know what else I found at the last week when I had to go to Shoppers to get my new meds, and they finally had some alcohol back in stock. So I don't have to use body spray when spraying my comp books. I can use alcohol again. So I'm not going to get a haircut, a headache. Oh my word. Yeah. Yeah, all the brands are slightly different because I just asked because on the outer packaging on the We Are Memory Keepers, it did say something strange, like, I forget now. I can't wait to try them. Because Tim Holtz sure has some cool looking ones. Or Sizzix does with the Tim Holtz brand name. So I'm going to go off. I really have to. I've had one too many coffees today. Hopefully I'll see everybody over on Kathy Berg's channel, BERG. Today's Tuesday. I'll definitely be here tomorrow night. See, here's the thing, guys. The longer, and I don't know if it's because I'm using my eyes, right? I'm reading and whatever, but I feel the worst at night. So I have to start thinking about, is streaming at 9:30 at night good for me at this time of my life? I don't know. I have to decide. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm still going to be here tomorrow. Let's hope, unless something major happens. But tomorrow's the first day where I have to take this med in the morning and night. Right now I'm just taking my meds at night. Tomorrow's the first day I have to double my dosage and take it in the morning and night. So maybe when I'm on the meds and it's balanced, you know what I mean? I'm hoping it'll be better. Uh-oh. Eileen says the Spellbinders. I'm sure they make it a pain in the butt to figure out the sandwich because they want you to buy a machine made by Spellbinders. I need to eat when I take the meds. Yeah, I had a granola bar this morning. And that's one thing. These meds are gonna make me gain, and I shouldn't say that. I needed to gain some weight. Since I've been off work, I've gained 10 pounds, which is good. I needed to gain 10 pounds. I'm finally getting my appetite back now, but I got to be careful. I don't want to. I feel good at this weight and this size. My ankle doesn't hurt, anything like that. God, I mean, I can only imagine with the drop foot I have on my right side. I don't want to gain weight so that my left ankle feels bad again. So, but I know, like, I truly appreciate everybody's patience with me. Again, I'm doing art. I'm still interested in everything. If you missed it, go check out my Instagram. All my almost all my art books are organized, and I just have my little nook, and I take a book, and I'm I'm doing the best I can, and I'm just dizzy. I'm just dizzy, guys, and but I know this, especially this med that I just started last week. This one, I'm gonna have to double the dose tomorrow. I know it works. I've been on it before. I just have to get through this month of rough patch where I'm constantly dizzy and hard to read screen. It's just it's so. I know I need to get my eyes checked too. Could be that, but the pharmacist says that I didn't have any problem with my eyes before a month ago. I had problems with everything else. But not my eyes. Oh boy, but I know this is gonna help. Like I said, my mental health is not an excuse. It's my responsibility to take care of my mental health, which is what I'm doing, and we just have to get through this period of getting used to the med again, and then everything will be good. I do need to get my eyes checked. That is well, but it may not, like what the pharmacist told me today or yesterday when I called yesterday was that like what if my medication is causing vision blur, like little blurriness, if I go to the eye doctor right now, right, it would, maybe then I would get prescription that is wrong. And does that make sense? So he said just wait like 3 weeks and 3 more weeks until you're on the regular dose of this medication before you go and get your eyes checked, because like, I mean, these are brain literally changing the chemicals in my brain, right? So he said just let it calm down, let your body get used to it, and then go get your eyes checked, just so that you'll get a more accurate testing, right? I don't want to go right now and get my eyes checked and I'm feeling dizzy and my vision is slightly blurry, right? When it's just because I'm currently getting used to a medication. Does that make sense? So that's because that's why I called yesterday. Said I'm still feeling dizzy, and they said it's just normal. And that's why I went and dug deep and found my journal from 2011 when the last time I was on 11 or 12. Anyways, they found the journal that I wrote out when I was in Burlington the last time I went on this medication, and yes, it said the same thing in there. I was dizzy and doing the same thing. So I hope Kathy's on today. If Kathy Berg over here on YouTube is on, I shall see everybody there. What is Candy? Ooh, good luck, Candy. I'll be thinking about you, my friend. I'll be back soon. Every day I feel a little bit better. No, I say that, and then tomorrow I double my dosage. But I'm not going anywhere, my friends. I'm still arting. I'm still arting at 10. Yeah. So we have 20 minutes for me to go. I've had to go to the bathroom for 20 minutes. Too many coffees, my friends. Oh, I'll be 40. It's almost my sister's birthday. My sister's turning 40 in a week or two, and then I'll be 42 next month. It's coming. I still feel 27. All right. See everybody over at Kathy Berg's. Much love, my friends.